My name is James L. Jones. I'm a retired U.S. Marine General Officer, founder and president of Jones Group International in Washington, D.C. I think the biggest security threat is internal division. And I include the United States in that because I think, in my view, the linkage between the U.S. and Europe are indivisible. And if that link is broken or in any way fractured, you not only give Mr. Putin his most cherished dream, but you also really fracture a major part of our civilization and our ability to together influence peace and prosperity throughout the world, even though this is a very difficult time. So I think it's very important that Europe, East and West, speak with one voice, and that they do things that are not to the betterment of just one or the other, but of both. And I think that message, whether it's in NATO or the EU or the OSCE or any other major organization, has to be resolute. Not only because it's good for Europe, but because it's a message that Mr. Putin will understand.
But do you think that right now is it possible that NATO and Russia will cooperate with each other? Is there any chance that they will cooperate?
No, I didn't say that. I said that the biggest threat is internal division.
Yeah.
And I was in NATO when NATO and Russia did cooperate,
yeah.
And believe me, that's the best way. How you get back to that is a political problem, but in order to do that, I think if you want to change behavior or an influence, motivate Mr. Putin to agree that this is the best way, then you have to show unity, and. So to me, that's the biggest challenge that Europe faces collectively. I think Europe and the United States and other developed countries understand more and more that we have a collective responsibility to help the developing world. We have the capacity to do that, whether it's energy, whether it's helping people have access to basic essentialities like food and water. Yeah. If you want to defeat radical fundamentalism, you have to give people who have no hope, hope. And you do that through economic presence, you do that through a coordinated effort internationally to provide energy where there is none, and to me that's the way you defeat migration and you defeat fundamentalism, because mothers and fathers around the world want the same thing for their children. Of course. Whether they're in a developed country or an underdeveloped country, they want their children to have a better future. And we have the capacity collectively to do that, and in some areas we actually are doing reasonably well, and that gives us hope for the future. Well, I think it's been very instructive for me personally. I have reconnected with many people that I haven't seen in almost 10 years. Former ambassadors at NATO, former military colleagues from this part of Europe, and so that's been very, very good. And on the substance, I think the program was very well designed, and that we're really talking about the issues that matter the most. I was on a panel yesterday about talking about the trend of our societies, and a lot of concern, obviously, about Russia and Russian behavior and U.S. elections, So the topics were really well done. It was an extremely well-run conference from what I can see. It's a beautiful venue. plenty of room, and people are really enjoying not only the friendship, but also talking about substantive things.